What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another day in Car Mechanic Simulator with me, the Virtual Mechanic, and today's project, the beautiful mod by French Toast. This is the Eagle R Speedster. This is from the game Carmageddon Reincarnation. Pretty epic. Bit of a challenging one this today. Bit of a fun build we've got here. We got it from the auction house, the bad auction house. It's in bad condition, but definitely not too bad at all. Did we get a good deal? We did indeed. I'm on a bit of a roll with these recently. 51,742 is what I paid for it, and I could sell it for 55,846, making 4,104 before we even start. We always like to see that. The engine in this one is the V12 AM11 with 731 of factory horsepower. We will be putting all of the performance parts on this one today, increasing that as much as we can, and getting this machine, this absolute beast of a car, down the drag strip as fast as we possibly can to see if we can get this beast on the speeder board. Hopefully not too well, but we need to get it started, so let's get this one over to the car wash, and let's get it cleaned up. Here we are then, in the car wash for the Eagle R Speedster. Let's get it cleaned and see what colour it is underneath all of this dust. That hood's carbon fibre, I think. There's a few other carbon fibre bits on it, and it's this sort of browny, yellowy gold colour. Not 100% on that one, but regardless, let's get the interior done. Then we'll get it back on the lift and start ripping everything out. And I'm going to apologise right now. I am very unwell today. My voice is almost gone. To me, it probably sounds a lot better to you. And I have been coughing a lot. So there might be a few extra cuts in this one today, just where I cut out me losing it with absolute coughing. But there we go. Let's get this one back on the lift. Let's start tearing it down. There's the Speedster up in the air. Let's check for that oil pan. If we look underneath, there's a lovely little carbon fibre tray there to catch anything. But the oil pan is in, so we need to get that one drained out. Over we go. Get that out you come. Very dirty oil. That is absolutely filthy. Terrible, terrible, terrible. But never mind. Let's get in underneath. Is this four-wheel drive? It is not. It's just rear-wheel drive, and there is nothing wrong with that. So we need to get the gearbox and drive shaft and all of this out. So we need to get these back wheels off. There is a lot going on back here. I can't quite zoom in enough. We need to get these back wheels off, get the drive axles out, then the gearbox, then the drive shaft. Well, then the starter, then the drive shaft. Then we'll see where we go from there. So I'm just going to get these wheels and rear axles out very quick. There we go. That's the wheels and the drive axles out. So let's get this gearbox out. You come. Lots of little bolts on this one, but only one rusty. So it's not too bad at all. There we go. Off with you. Then I think we need to jump all the way down the front because we need to grab this starter next. So out you come there. And another little rusty bolt on there. Out you come. And then we should be able to get this drive tunnel out. Nice and easy. And no rusty bolts on that one either. We are going to grab these front exhaust sections just to make it so we can lift that big old engine out. I'll come and grab the rest of this in a bit. Let's get the car back down. And let's rip that beast of an engine out of there. Over we go. And grabbing the crane. And up and out. Open the hood. Did we get everything? Absolutely not. First, remove the air intake hoses. That's what I always forget on this one. Lovely little air intake hose there and there. And now we should be able to take it out. I was just wondering whether it's going to say to take that engine cover out. No, it will not. We're absolutely fine with that one. Let's get you put away and let's see what we've got inside this engine bay then. So we've got some air filters. We've got a radiator. We've got a large intercooler. Fan housing kit as well. Then we've got a wishy-washy reservoir, coolant reservoir, wishy-washy reservoir, power steering reservoir, coolant reservoir, and a brake servo. We need to get all the liquids drained out of them a bit later. Fuel tank and fuel pump. We'll grab that pump, and obviously the fuel box there. Let's get all of these liquids drained, and then I'll crack on and get all of this stripped out. And after that, we'll move on to the bodywork. But to drain the liquids, right-click, additional tools, a drain tool, click and hold on the container you want to drain, and it'll drain it out. I'll see you in a bit. That's everything taken care of, ready to go back on our Eagle R Speedster a little bit later on. But first, we need to strip all of this bodywork off. So let's get to it. Off with the hood, front bumper, some headlights there. Are you a piece? No, you're just a part, connection part. That'll do, whatever, words. Carry on going around. The front left door just there. We need to get that windshield off. And that is an engine cover. Nice, that comes off as well. Anything else on there? No, no, no. That's a whole rear fender. Out you come. That's a light. That's just where the light goes. Nothing on down here. Nothing on down here. Nothing in there by the looks of it. No, no, no. Then that door. And that might be... Oh, no, then a front fender. I missed that one. There we go. Off you come as well. That might be everything. Let's just take our lovely little Aston Martin seats out of there. Out you come. And we'll also grab that lovely little steering wheel there as well. And double check that is everything. 1% on there and nothing on there. We did get everything. I'll keep doing that. We want to jump back to here. 63% in the frame, and I bought it for 51,742. So I'm going to say 1,200. Oh my god, bang on. Absolutely nailed it. Perfect. Let's jump in and take a look at the body shop for the Eagle Speedster. There we go. Car part 1, which is the spoiler. Nicely labelled. Loving them. Got a few different options up there on beautiful looking. Loving them. They look fantastic. Then we've got some exhaust parts down here. Normal, chrome, or paintable. I'm not sure if normal's paintable or not. Then we've got some blades on the top. You can have it with some shields and the blades, with just the blades or no blades. That's what we've got on ours, and I think that's probably what I'm going to leave on there. Then we've got some front bumpers, one with some carbon fibre, one with some out. And then we got bladed front bumpers as well. Maybe we'll have a play around and see what they look. Normal doors, some carbon on the doors, some windows. Front fenders with or without carbon. Already seen the other doors. A carbon hood or a non-carbon hood. A few different options with the lights. You got normal lights lit, tinted, and tinted lit. That's pretty good. I like that. Carbon or normal mirrors. Same for the rear lights. There's the for the front lights. Rear bumpers, you've got the normal one or the carbon one there. And then the same for the rear fenders as well. And that's pretty much all of it with a trunk and a windshield. Nicely done. So we need to get all of ours ready to go back together. I'm going to have to play with a few little bits. I'm not sure how it will go back together yet, but you will see it all in a minute before we head over to the paint shop. Time to get the little speeder all back together. Let's just start throwing it all back on. The hood I kept with the carbon fibre. I've also kept the carbon fibre front bumper, but I got this one just to show you how awesome it looks. That looks absolutely incredible. I might do another one of these in the future. My own sort of config, change it around a little bit because that's pretty smart, but not what we're going with today. So back off you come there, and we'll get the normal carbon one back on. On you go. The lights I went for were the tinted plus lit on there. On you go. And we did keep that original engine cover on there. Front fender on this side was repaired. The door on this side was also repaired, and we had to buy a new fender for over here. All on the carbon fibre stuff. So let's go around and get the other side all in as well. We'll also throw that windshield in there. On with the other door. Get this fender down here. And we've got carbon fibre mirrors and the windows in there. Let's just nip around and get these mirrors on. Or this mirror on. And that window in there. Nip around to the back. We've got the big old carbon rear bumper. There's only a carbon or a normal one. And then I've gone for the paintable exhausts in there. Hopefully we'll do something cool with the colours a bit later. Car part 1 is the big wing spoiler. Then we got a trunk. And then the tail lights are both tinted and lit again on there. Looking pretty sweet. I think that's everything, but let's jump in and do the interior. In we go. Normal mode, and then let's go into the interior. Throw the seats in. I've kept the seats as they were for the moment. They are the DBX seats. If I could click on them. There we go. DBS seats. Sorry, I said DBX then. And then we've got the Aston Martin DBS steering wheel on there as well. Hopefully, when we see the liveries, we might be able to do something cool with the colours on these, whether they stay black and white, or whether they go black in another colour, or white in another colour. We will find out in a little while. Let's just go back to this screen. 100%, 100%, 100%. Fantastic. Let's go and see the liveries that French Toast has included with this one. Here we are then in the paint shop. Let's take a look at some of the liveries French Toast has included with this Eagle R Speedster. Slot number 1, we've got this black body with the damaged look. It doesn't really work with the carbon fibre, as the carbon fibre can't take liveries, so it looks like it's got a brand new hood on it, but but damaged everywhere else. Probably not what we're going to go for. Slot number 2 is exactly the same. Oh, it's not exactly the same. That's a dark blue in there, not a black. Then what have we got? Slot number 3 is a bit of a dark green in there. Slot number 4. Oh, I like that. The black and green. I don't even know if that's meant to be how it is, but that looks pretty sweet. That might be what we end up going for. Let's carry on going, though. Slot number 4 is the same again, but damaged. 5 even. Same again, but damaged. 6 is an orange and damaged. 7 is a red damaged. There we go. Then we've got a lighter blue damaged, a white damaged. That actually looks quite good with the carbon fibre. Then a yellow damaged. Then what is this? Has that got a little tribal design on it? Can we make this look better? That's a bit better. That looks pretty cool. Probably not what we're going to go for today. I'm not keen on this sort of off brownie colour. Can we make it look better in a different finish? Pearl's not too bad. Maybe. I don't know. I'm still liking that black and green one. It does look good in matte, though. I will give it that. That looks pretty sweet in matte. Probably not, though. What else have we got? Number 12 is the same again, but a damaged one. Carrying on that damaged theme there. And that is all of them. So I'm pretty confident we're going to go with number 4. Maybe in a matte. That looks pretty good in matte. Actually, no. I'm going to go back to the gloss. Have it a bit of a shine on it. That's solid. Let's try again. Back to the gloss with a bit of shine on it. That's what we're going to go for. Let's get it on there. Apparently, I'm painting it yellow. So I'm going to change that base color and do that again. Maybe just go for a base color of black. What we're going to try and do now is get some of that green on the seats. That might look pretty good. Bit of green on the steering wheel. I think this back wheel is going to be black and the front wheel is going to be green. That might look pretty cool. And then we'll play around with a few other bits. So I'm going to crack on, start getting everything painted, and then we'll crack on with reassembly, start getting the suspension all together. Here we are then, back on the lifter with the Speedster. We've had a few bits changed. We've got some green in the white bits on the DBS seats, along with some green on the back and the underside of the steering wheel there. If we go down to this front grille, I've got all of these silver bits here into black, matching in with the rest of the car, looking pretty mean. And down the back, we've gone the opposite way. All of these silver bits have gone a green, including the mesh on there. And we've also got our exhausts in the black on there, looking pretty sweet. And if we just jump up into here, the mesh in the back of these grills is now green as well, looking pretty special in there. But let's get you up in the air. We've got to get the suspension all back together. Cracking on with the shocks. We've got black shocks, green springs, and green caps at the front there. Looking pretty cool. Off we take with you. And then down the back, we got green shocks, black springs, and the black caps on there. Also looking pretty good in the reverse color. So let's go and start getting some of this together. I'm going to start with this large intercooler at the front. I have done that one in a green. Looking pretty awesome. And you can see it through that grill there. Looking pretty tasty. In we go. Front steering knuckle in a lovely little black. We've also got the sway bar in a green and a steering rack in a black there, with the inner and outer tie rod both in that lovely little green. On you go and on you go. Now, the lower suspension arms at the front are in green. On we go along with the upper suspension arms. But you'll see I do have some black upper suspension arms there for down the back. So in we go with them, looking pretty good. Let's get that shock on there. We've seen it. It looks fantastic. Loving that little combination of green and black in there. Looking very good. Sway bar end link on you go, and that's nip onto the front. So the knuckle cover is in the green, and then we've got the wheel hub in a black there. In we go. In with the bearing, in with the brake disc, and then we've got the hub in black there. Brake pad on you go, and then the brake caliper at the front. We're going to have black wheels at the back with green calipers. Green wheels at the front with black calipers. I honestly have had to think about that way too much. The only reason I said it out loud was to remind myself of what I wanted to go where. That should look pretty good with some green rims on there. But let's get down the back and get all of this together. We've got the knuckle housing in the green there, looking pretty good. And then these arms are in black. In we go, along with the upper suspension arms also in black here. On you go. Make sure I click the right one. On we go. Looking pretty good. And then that rear shock as well. You've already seen it. Alternating colour from the front. I actually really love that. I don't normally do a full alternation, so it's nice to see it. Knuckle cover in the black, and then with the wheel hub in the green. But that is that metallic green, but never mind. In with the bearing. Can't put the drive axle in until a bit later, but let's get the brake disc on. Brake pad on, and then green brake calipers down the back. Sorry, I really had to think about it again. I am blaming the fact that I am very unwell at the moment. And that's what I'm pinning it down to. But let's crack on. Up here, we got a small intercooler. In fact, we've got 2 small intercoolers. In you go in the green. Fuel tanks up here in the black. And we've also got a fuel pump in a lovely little green there. And that's pretty much it for the moment. I'm going to crack on and get the other side done. Then we're going to sort out all of the little engine bay pieces before we go and build that beast of a V12. Well, that's all the suspension done in alternating black and green, and I think it looks really good. Very pleased with that one. Absolutely fantastic on our little Eagle R Speedster. But we need to get on and get this engine bay sorted, and let's start with this radiator here. That's in the same green as that large intercooler, looking pretty good. Then we've got a black fan housing kit with some chrome green fans on there, looking very good as normal. Our air filters, these are just in black, so let's just get them on. In you go. In you go, and on you go. There we go. We've also got some lovely green clips on there, looking very, very nice. We'll get all of these on. I missed that one. Didn't click and hold for long enough. Got too used to the game. Keep going. In we go. In we go. And then the last 2 just here. And let's crack on and get some more of this done. We'll jump up here. Power steering reservoir, obviously wishy-washy reservoir, and that ECU Type B Stage 3. We got the battery in you go. Fuse box is already done. The coolant reservoir. Brake servo just down here, and then we've got the ABS pump in the lovely green, and then the ABS module on the top there in the same green. Looking very, very good. I think that's all of it for the minute. So that's at least the engine bay done. Anything else down the back? I don't think so. No, that's it for there. So let's go and build that beautiful V12. We have already started. I've got the block on there in the black, plus the oil pan in a lovely green. Looking fantastic on there. But let's just crack on with it. We got the alternator down here in a black. This will all make sense color-wise a little bit later on. Then we got the power steering up here in the black as well. And then just down here, the little oil filter in that green. It's totally different green, but the rim itself is a matching green. And if we just go up here, the fuel filter, again, in that green. Then we got the engine heads. Now, these have got a lot of bolts, so I'm just going to get them on. They're in a lovely green, bit metallic-y on the outside, but it still looks very, very good. So I'm going to crack on and get these all bolted up, and we'll get the innards done, and then we'll talk about them in a minute. Well, that's almost all of that in. I thought we'd just talk a little bit about this before I throw the last cap on both sides. So we've got camshaft Bs on this side and camshaft As on this side, 2 of each. Then we've got 6 spark plugs on either side, and there is 20 camshaft caps altogether, plus 2 cam gears on either end. So let's get this last camshaft cap on here. On you go, and then the head cover comes later anyway, so never mind. I could have just carried on and got all of these done. I was just expecting the head cover to be able to go on there. But we'll move on. Timing chains on the front, 1 there and a 1 just here. Now the head covers can go on. I see it. We've got 4 shoes. In we go. These are all identical, so you don't have to worry about these. In we go. Let's just get them all in. And, oh, can't screw it up all the way. 1 more. In we go there. And then we should be able to put the timing cover on. So the main timing cover is on in the green. That's why these 2 ancillary bits on the outside are both in black there. Looking pretty good. Bolt you in. And then we've also got these timing covers, which are also in the green. Let's just get them in and in on this side as well. And we'll come to the heads in a minute. So let's get these head covers on. These are black. A bit weird, I know. We're going green, black, green, though. It makes perfect sense because we've also got the coils in some chroma greens in there. Not that you can really see them. They're a bit dark in this light. If we nip to here, they look a little bit better. So let's just get all of these in and get the other side on as well. On we go. All bolted in and get them coils in as well. Once we get a certain amount of these in, these start showing up, which is what I was just about to say. So let's carry on. In we go, in we go, in we go, and there we go. Let's carry on with the front, though. We've got the thermostat up here in a black. Oh, it's going in the wrong place for the bolts there. And we've got black idle rollers. In you go, and in you go there. Ooh, on we go. The water pump, I've done that one in a green. It does match the rest, but it does have a water pump pulley that goes on over the top, which is in a lovely little black. In we go. Looking pretty good. Pleased with that. Then we've got the crankshaft pulley in a black as well, plus the serpentine belt blacked out, along with the last piece on the front there, the belt tensioner in the black, just to finish all of that off. Now, if we jump up, these intake manifolds, these are in the green, looking pretty good on top there with the Aston Martin logos blending in, looking sweet. In we go, and in we go there. All of you bolted up all the way down. Then we've got the fuel rails. I've done, if I could click on them, I've done both of these in a black, looking pretty good. We'll get the exhaust manifolds in. These are all in a black to match the exhaust out of the back of the car. Looking pretty good. Going black, green, black again. So we'll go around and we'll get the other sides in as well. In we go. Ready to go in. The Speedster looking good out there. And it's black and green livery matching to this engine absolutely perfectly. We've got the throttles. These are both in black. They're bolted from the other side. So let's just get them in and you in over there. In we go. And then we've got the engine cover on the top. I have blacked this one out. You can just about see that it says 6-litre V12, and it's also got the Aston Martin badge somewhere, but it's because it's blacked out, it's almost impossible to see. So let's just get you all bolted up. There we go. Is that everything for this beast of a V12? I believe so. I'm going to grab some pictures, and then we'll get it dropped in the Speedster. Let's get this mammoth of an Aston Martin V12 dropped into our beautiful little Speedster. Off the stand we come, into my pocket. And let's get you dropped in. Hopefully this is going to look awesome in that engine bay. There's only one way to find out. That's looking pretty good in there. I do even like these metallic greens aren't that far off of the normal green. That looks absolutely fantastic. We do have a couple of pieces to go in, though. On this list we go. We got them 2 air intake hoses I forgot to take out at the beginning. Finished in the green, but only the band really matches. This has gone a little bit dark, but it still looks Very, very cool. Very pleased with that. Let's get underneath. We've got some gearboxes, some drive axles and things like that to go in. So up in there, gearboxes? Gearbox, just the one gearbox actually. Let's go in and get these all in then and ready to go. So we'll start with this big old drive tunnel. I've done that one in a green, looking pretty good on there. And if we just nip round to the side to get the starter in a lovely green as well. And then all of the exhaust, that is all in black to match in with that. So let's carry on, get all of that in and get down the back and get the last bits in ready to go. On we go, on we go. That's all the exhaust, and then it connects in. I can't click anywhere. There we go. Connects into them big old exhaust pieces that stick out the back. The gearbox itself, fully tuned in a lovely green. I've tried my hardest to match this one, but it is quite hard to match the tuning gearboxes to the normal metal of everything else. I don't think I've done too bad. You can see it's a little bit off, but not far at all. Then these drive axles, I've done both of these in a lovely black. On that side, on we go, and then on with this side. And that should be everything apart from them big wheels, obviously. So we need to get the wheels done. We need to get all the liquids topped up. Then we'll get this beautiful Eagle R Speedster outside and in the sun. Here we are then, all finished with the French toasts. Eagle R Speedster looking stunning in black and green. Very, very pleased with this one. Looks absolutely fantastic. And if we lift up that hood, that engine under there looks beautiful in the black and green, along with all the suspension as well, alternating front to back. Drive tunnel in the green, along with that rear gearbox, looking beautiful. Very, very pleased with the colour of this one. I know it's black and green. Some people are just going to call me Richard Rawlings, but never mind. We will carry on. Looking fantastic. Let's talk about these rims very quickly then. These are the front. These are the rims Modern 3B. They are a 22-inch rim with a 285 width and a 35 profile on there. We got the two-tone. We got the green mostly with the black innards and black brake calipers in there. Down the back, ever so slightly different. These are the rims of Modern 3C, and they're a bit bigger as well. These are a 24-inch rim, 355 width with a 30 profile on there. And then we've got the green center with the green brake caliper and the black everywhere else. Looking pretty fantastic on there. If you open up this trunk, you can see a lovely little speaker setup. French toaster's got in there, looking beautiful. And that's pretty much it for the exterior of this one. Looking great. So let's jump inside. Loving those doors, absolutely fantastic. Into the seat we go, and you can see we've obviously got the green on the seats, the green on the wheel, and this interior with that brushed aluminium on the dashboard, looking absolutely fantastic. But let's get this one started, see what this beautiful V12 sounds like. On we go there. Lovely little grumbly tick over. Always quite like the tick overs in here, but let's give it some gas. Bit whiny. I've definitely heard whinier at the top end from a V12, but still sounding pretty good. And nonetheless, it's now time to get this beast onto the dyno though, see what the horsepower is and what its drag rating will be. Here we are then on the dyno with the Eagle R Speedster and its beast of a V12 engine. 731 factory horsepower from Aston Martin. How much have we added today with all our performance parts, and what is our drag rating? Let's take a look. A gain of 974 horsepower, 134%, absolutely incredible. An engine and a third on top of the factory, bringing us up to 1,704 horsepower with a drag rating of A at 999. Before we jump into that, let's go and see what the gearbox tuning is today. There she is. It looks like one of my very old ones. This is the only way I could get this car to not spin in first, second, or third. And I will warn you, it does still spin in first, second, and third. But if you time the gearing, change it between 80 and 90 miles an hour, kilometers an hour, you should be all right off of first gear. Second and third seem to be all right in this tune, but first gear is still a little bit finicky. So just change it in the right place and you should be all right for the rest of the run. It should make our drag tournament a little bit more exciting than normal because I have to be a bit more focused. ECU is fully tuned and there are no carburetors on this one. So let's get over to the drag strip. Let's see what kind of competition we're up against today. Here we are then, back at the drag strip with the Eagle R Speedster, ready for a King of the Sands tournament, 1 mile and obviously A-class. Pay the entry fee. And who have we got today? A few unicorns. Couple of Mustang drags in there as well. Dodge Charger 777, GT66 Mustang. Who are we up against? Left Blots in there in a version 4 Unicorn. Our first race is against the Ford Mustang drag. Spooky's in there in the version 4 Unicorn as well. And that is about it. So let's get into our first race up against the Ford Mustang Drag and see what we can do. Just before we jump in, we need to be under 8.5 seconds to be in the top 10. So let's see if we can achieve that today. Lovely, shiny, bright yellow Ford Mustang Drag over there, looking pretty good. Nothing on our two-tone black and green Eagle R, though. Can we beat it? There's only one way to find out. Let's go. Off the line. Now, remember, I said between 80 and 90 to change, and I think I've got it. I'm all right. I'm out of first, into fifth already, into sixth. There we go, and we're doing all right. It looks like we are winning. I haven't got time to look out the window. Trying to balance my gear changes and keep this car straight is a little bit difficult. What are we going to cross the line at? 502, that looked like, kilometers an hour. It was indeed. An 8.231, that definitely pits us in the top 10 on the first run. Not too bad at all. And an 18.273 to the 1 mile with a top speed of 502 kilometers an hour. That's our first opponent down. Who's next? Well, our next race is against Left Block. Nice to see you, buddy. A Unicorn version 4 against the Eagle R Speedster. Hopefully, no offense, Left Block, but hopefully we could beat that one today. Spooky's still in his Unicorn, but he's against the Ford Mustang Drag. And our next opponent's either going to be another Mustang Drag or the GT66. So let's get into it, see what we can do. Beautiful version 4 Unicorn there, looking absolutely lovely. Left Block at the wheel. Can he beat us in the Eagle R Speedster? Let's go, and I certainly hope not. Off the line, we got away, into second, into third. Oh, I thought I messed it up then. Let's keep going. Still behind us. Oh, that was a bit of a late gear change there. That might have stropped our time a little bit. But let's keep going, and let's try and get across the line and stay in this tournament. Will it be a better run? Probably not. That looked like only 501 across the line. It was indeed. I didn't think it was going to cross then. Absolutely demolished that to the 1 mile. But again, if you don't do the gearbox tune right, these just top out quite early on. We were almost at their top out speed by the 1/4 mile. So an 8.297 for this run. Not quite as good as our first run. Still very close though, and I did mess up that gear change. And an 18.442 to the 1 mile. Still a little bit slower and only 501 kilometers an hour, but not too bad. Again, absolutely smashed Left Block. My apologies, buddy. But on to the next one. Who've we got? Well, we just knocked Left Block out. Sorry about that, buddy. And also Spooky has gone out as well. So we are up against the Ford Mustang GT66, and I'm very happy that it's 3 different opponents. Our last race will either be against the Ford Mustang Drag again or the Ford Mustang version 4 again. Hopefully, we've already beaten them, so if we make it, should be an easy win at the end, as long as we don't mess it up. But we got to get through the GT66 first, so let's go. That's a second Mustang in the yellow. That's a slightly different yellow. It looks pretty good, though. I like it with the black rims. I think that looks pretty sweet. Also, it's got all the black trim on that as well, looking beautiful. Can we beat it with the Eagle R Speedster? Let's go. Off the line. Come on. Oh, my God. That pulled away very fast. Hopefully, we'll be able to catch that. Where have you gone, GT66? Right in between my mirror there. There we go. A-pillar is what I was trying to say, but we have gone past it, and I was not paying enough attention and nearly crossed over the line there. Is this a better run? We got 502 again. 8.229. Yes, this is our fastest run to the 1/4 mile so far at 333 kilometers an hour. Only just though. 8.231 was our first, so it's only literally 0.002 seconds faster than it was. And an 18.252, also our quickest to the 1 mile with the same top speed of 502 kilometers an hour. Well, here we are. We've made it to another final, and we're up against the Ford Mustang Drag again, which is pretty good, but it was our first opponent, so we should theoretically be able to beat it again. So let's find out. Let's see if we can smash the last Ford Mustang in this competition. Green versus green, a lovely light green and black versus a dark green over there for the Ford Mustang Drag with his little wheelie bar and his parachute for when he crosses the line. Will we be able to beat it, though? Only one way to find out. Let's go. Off the line, we did manage to pull away. Into second, all right. Into third and fourth. And hopefully we should be able to keep this one going right up until the end of the strip now and take away the victory from another tournament. Some more earnings before we even get back to selling the car. We've got to get across the line, though, first. So let's go. Is this going to be better? Come on, little Eagle R Speedster. 8.441. That was awful. That was our worst run of the day. In fact, even in all my testing, that was the worst run I got. Not all of it. Once I sort of got the relative gearbox tune, that was sort of slower than we got there. Obviously, I did a few where I wheel spin into the barrier, and they were a lot slower, but we don't include them. So let's go and collect our winnings. There it is, 11,250. It always feels good to win at the drag tournament. So let's get this one back to the garage, get ready to say goodbye, and see if we can make a profit after we've got the Eagle R Speedster onto the speeder board. Well, there we have it with the Eagle R Speedster coming in 8th place with 1,704 horsepower, 8.229 seconds to the quarter of a mile, 18.252 to the 1 mile, with a top speed of 502 kilometers an hour, 312 miles per hour. Second fastest in the top 10 there, only beaten by the McLaren F1 wide body. Sadly, we've had to knock Delilah. Oh, I can't believe it. The Delray custom that I built, especially for this, before it even came out, sadly has finally been knocked off of the top 10 speeder board, which is a bit of a shame. Maybe we can do some bits to that, try and squeeze it back on sometime. Maybe not, though. We will find out. That might happen a bit later. But let's get back outside and say goodbye to the Eagle R Speedster. Well, there we have it, all finished with the beautiful Eagle R Speedster, looking stunning in this black and green combination. Very pleased with this one. An 8th on the speeder board, not too shabby at all. Let's talk some facts and figures about this beast. I bought the car for 51,742, and if you stuck around for long enough at the beginning, you would have seen that I could have sold it for a bit of money, 4,104 to be precise. Obviously, we weren't going to do that. We upgraded, tuned, and painted this bad boy to how you see it here today. Pitting a total spend for all the parts at 106,266, actually quite a bit. Obviously include what we paid for the car pits. Our total spend at 152,008 credits precisely. Question is, though, can we make a profit from that? Quite a big total spend of just over 150,000. Hopefully, we'll be able to make a little bit of profit from this one, and we will have to find out. So let's take a quick look and see if we can make some profit from this one. All 100% completed, just over 65,000 kilometers, and that engine ramped up to 1,704 horsepower, a gain of 134%. Absolutely incredible. But is there any profit in this one? Yes. Quite a bit. We spent 152,008 in total for everything on this car, and the sale price of 295,546. Incredible is a profit of 143,538. Add on our winnings from the drag strip. Today's total profit is 153,788. Absolutely incredible. Beautiful job, French Toast. Loving your work, as always. There will be a link in the description below if you want to go and grab this one yourself, or you could just hit up the Steam Workshop and search Eagle R, or just Eagle, and you will definitely find it. Pretty epic, but it is time to say goodbye. Off you go, Eagle R Speedster. I enjoyed that. An 8th in the speeder board. Very impressed by that. What have we got up next? Well, we got another mod by Payne. I've done one of these before. This is the Jeep Cherokee XJ, but we've got the race car variant on here today. Very slammed down, quite low to the ground. Might have to change that wheel a bit smaller just so it fits in there, or bring it in a little bit so it's tucked under the wheel well when we come to actually building it. As you can see, it is looking very sorry for itself at the moment, but this one should be a bit of fun. 151,000 kilometers on it. Very, very bad condition. The best thing about it is the parts on it. Everything else is absolutely awful, so we're going to be stripping all of that off. Did I get a good deal? I did. I'm on a roll with good deals at the moment. 14,970 is what I paid, and I could sell it for 16,027, making a profit of 1,057 before we even begin. Very happy with that. The engine in this one is the V8 double overhead camera supercharged engine. We have a few options. We could swap it to the CGM, the AXK, the AXK Turbo, or the CGM supercharged. So we've got a few options to go for on this one. I do like the supercharged standard engine, but maybe we will swap it to another one. We'll have to find out in the next episode. And that's it for today's video. I do hope you did enjoy it. If you did, please consider subscribing. Trying to get up to 5,000 subscribers? That's a bit extreme. Trying to get up to 500 subscribers before my birthday, which will be on the 19th of February. And if we can get there by then, on my birthday, or the closest video release date to my birthday, we will be building a drag fire truck, which I'm hoping is going to be pretty epic. But if you did enjoy this one, again, please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to leave a like. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of today's build, tomorrow's build, any builds. Give me some suggestions if you've got something you'd like to see me try. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Have an excellent day. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.